I'm going to teach you how to color something fuzzy or furry in Photoshop. Today, the fuzzy furry thing we're coloring is a love bunny. We just launched an entire new set of them to join our Love Bunny line this spring. So today we'll be working with Love Bunny Hide. That's pretty sweet, but this technique will work with any of our Love Bunnies, and it will also work with any Digistamp you have that is furry or fuzzy or that you'd like to be. So kittens, puppies, water buffalo. We should probably have some water buffalo. Anyway, this is our end result and what we're aiming for, and today I'm going to teach you how to do that. We're going to start with our open file. This is our Love Bunny Hide, like I said, and I'm going to start the way you should always start by saying File, Save As, Hide, Color. Save it as a new version and put color in the title so that way you can always start fresh if you decide that you want to use it in the future a different way than you're using it today. So I'm going to click W as in wand on my computer, and that will give me my magic wand. I'm going to make sure that the two squares are overlapping in the top, and then I'm going to just click everywhere I'm going to want there to be color. I'm going to create a new layer by clicking on our new layer button, and I'm going to come over here to the color swatches, and I'm going to pick the color I want. It doesn't have to be precise, but it should be something close. I'm going to click G as in good on my keyboard, and making sure I'm in the new layer, I'm just going to click anywhere on my bunny. That will cover the whole bunny. I'm going to click Control H as in hide on my keyboard, and that will hide all the marching ants. They're still there, you just don't have to look at them with your naked eyes because they're going to make you crazy. Now I'm going to click B as in boy on my keyboard, and making sure that my brush settings are set to absolutely 0% hardness and anywhere between 35 and 40 on my size. I'm going to come back to my bunny. I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm just going to color in. I'm going to hide the layer behind. I'm going to hide this layer, which we're actually going to call Bunny Base. And now on the new layer I just created, I'm going to color in anywhere on my bunny that I want to be dark. We've done this in the past with other color tutorials, but the nice thing about fur and fuzz is it doesn't have to be so precise. So you can actually be kind of loose and wild with this particular tutorial. If you're just starting, it might be a good one to start on. But you probably don't know that yet because you're just listening right now. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new layer, and this will be called light. The one we just did will be called dark. And on our lights layer, I'm going to turn off the dark. I'm going to color in anything that I'm going to want to be light. Remember, very forgiving. So we're going to want some light on the top of Bunny's head. We're going to want some light on the top of his arms, on the top of his foot. And that looks about right to me. Anywhere that there should be light. Maybe a little right here on his nose. Now we're going to turn all three on. We're going to go to our darks layer by clicking it. We're going to click Control U on our keyboard. For unicorn, that will pull up your hue and saturation box. And once it's up, all you're going to do is take your cursor and slide it to the left for darkness. Once it gets good and dark and you like the way it looks, you're going to go ahead, play it just slightly with the saturation, and get it looking the way you want it to. Voila! And now I'm going to come up to our light. I'm going to do the same thing. Control U as a unicorn, hue saturation box, and we're going to slide our lightness cue to the right and play with our saturation just a little bit until we get something that's good. Ta-da! Okay, and now comes the fun part. You're going to use your smudge tool, which looks like a finger. It looks like a hand pointing a finger, getting ready to smudge. I'm using size 13 with, again, absolute 0% hardness. And you're going to come over, making sure you're in your lights layer. You're just going to click and drag and let go. Click and drag and let go. And you're just going to do this everywhere you put a highlight. See? Instant fur. Isn't that fun? Nice and fuzzy. And you're just going to go ahead and finish that out. You're going to do the same thing with your darks layer. Click on your dark. And it's kind of fun when you get a little bit of overlapping because you can really start to see the fur aspects of it. So if you want to pull color in, so you can go in a different direction, try pulling in to out and out to see what you come up with. And you're going to get the hang of it, and you're going to know what works best for you and what you like about this technique. So just keep going until everything's been fluffed out. Then you're going to create one more layer. You're going to click B as in boy again, and using your brush, you're going to just draw in. Actually, I'm going to turn off the layers we've been working on just to get a clear shot. You can go ahead and fill in some spots. If this were a kitten, perhaps it'd be striped. Like, you'll figure out the technique and know how to use it. But you can put in your husband's birthmark, or perhaps your 16-year-old daughter's beauty mark, or you can just go crazy the way I am. I prefer going crazy usually. Okay, so now that I've got all my spots up, I'm going to go ahead and turn all my layers on again, and I'm going to go up to this part of the layers palette, and I'm going to scroll down until I say multiply. Once it's in multiply, I'm going to click Control U as in unicorn one more time on my keyboard, and I'm going to adjust the lightness and the saturation to get things where I want them. And then again, I'll come back, I'll click R on my keyboard or click the smudge tool, and I'm going to pull outward in a radius all along my bunny spot. Another thing you can do, the way we're starting to see a little bit of fur, if you would like, you can take the opacity box and slide it down a bit to get some more subtlety. And you're just going to do that all the way around. And then never underestimate the important, I'm going to go D, X as in xylophone, B as in boy, and never underestimate the importance of a white dot on a bunny nose. Seriously, if that's all you learned today, that's the important thing. If you'd like to color in the bunny nose by hand, or there's any part of this that you'd like to color in later, you can go ahead and just paint it all in white. So there'll be white space there when you print it. Go ahead, remember to save often, Control S or File, Save, and you've got your bunny. He's all fuzzy and cute and ready to go home with you. Thanks for inking.